Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we're going a little bit old school and we're bringing back Fires of Invention. So this is a fun deck I saw a list for a couple of days ago that I've been meaning to play. So this is Izzet Fires. Runs a few cards which we're perhaps not overly familiar with in the format as of now, but as we move towards Pioneer Masters in just over a week, we may as well have a bit of fun with just some experimental decks. So obviously it's built around Fires of Invention. So it's been a while since we used this card, but many of you will recognise it. 4 mana enchantment, you can cast only spells during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn, but you may cast spells with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. So essentially, if you have 4 lands in play, you can play 2 4-drops or less. So yeah, it's a very, very powerful card. Has been banned in some formats when it was in standard. So yeah, and then there's a kind of like whole load of powerful things that you can do with that, and with the mana that you're saving by not having to use it to cast your spells. So in this particular deck, our kind of big things are Cavalier of Flame. So there's a Fires deck that used to be built around playing lots of the Cavaliers. So this one's a 6/5 that you can pump mana into to give all of your creatures +1/+0 and haste, which will be important, as well as kind of letting you filter through your cards. Ilhag the Raised Boar. So this one is one of the Armenket, no, not Armenket, War of the Spark gods. The one that isn't one of the Armenket gods, I should say. So this one is a 6/6 with trample, and when it attacks, you can put another creature from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So something like a Terror of Mount Velus, which is a 5/5 with flying and double strike. When it enters, creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. So it's all about having a Fires in play, just really kind of punching through and doing lots and lots of damage. Purphoros does a similar kind of thing, so it's one of the Theros gods, so 7/6 that's indestructible. When our devotion to red is more than 5, it's a creature. Gives all of our other creatures haste. So yeah, it just helps us do all of these things, and it also has a kind of stick something into the onto the battlefield from your hand without paying its mana cost thing. So yeah. So that's kind of our top end, and we've got a couple of Seagate restorations as well, just to draw us some more cards, get us into our big, powerful spells, and commit to memory as well if we need to kind of just cycle away what we're doing and redraw our hand. And then down the bottom of the curve, so to kind of get us to the point where we can play all of these things, we have our kind of spells, which are 3 mana, which aren't, because we are running Karuga, so everything we play has to technically be 3 mana, but obviously with both Brazen Borrower and Bone Crusher Giant, they have 2 mana adventures attached to them, so we do have some 2-drop spells that we can play. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and then relatively new cards this year, Ill-Timed Explosion, which is kind of our sweeper of choice. So we draw 2 cards, then we can discard 2, and when we do, it deals X damage to each creature, where X is the greatest mana value among cards discarded this way. Obviously, we have a lot of expensive cards that we will potentially be discarding to do 5, 6, 7 damage to every creature, so it's a good way of just sweeping the board before we play our big spells. You know, a particularly good turn might be having Fires down, doing an ill-timed explosion to clear the board, and then dropping down a Cavalier of Flame or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot that we can be doing there. Then our mana base, lots of red-blue dual lands, as you'd expect, running a Thundering Falls, some mountains. We do need to be able to reliably cast our red spells. So yeah, that's the mana base. Then in the sideboard, relatively simple sideboard, as it has to follow all of the same rules with Karuga if we want to keep that keep playing that. So we have 3 Anger of the Gods, another sweeper that we can add in if we do need to sweep the board quicker than turn 4. Demon Bolt, good cheap spell, removal spell, same with Heated Debate, an uncounterable removal spell. Ashiok, good way of milling the opponent, getting rid of their graveyard, as well as stopping them searching their library. And Mirror Shell Crab, again, another one of those expensive creatures that has a kind of other way of playing it. So this one can double as a counter spell as well. So yeah, it's an interesting deck. I don't know how good it's going to be. As I say, I only saw the list and thought, ooh, this will be a good one to play. I haven't actually seen it in action or anything. So yeah, let's see how we go on with this. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and yeah, let's go on to the ladder. Yeah, this is a decent opening hand. We have Seagate that we can play as a land. Tiny Bones joins up. Let's discard a Fable here. Disturbing Mirth. Oh, so they're running a Doom Foretold deck. That is what that is. But they are short of land, which is good to know. So I don't think Ill-Timed Explosion is doing anything for us here. So let's get a Bone Crusher Giant into play. Start pressuring them a little. Hog. No, that's fine. What do I want to sack here? Yeah, I'll get rid of the Raise Boar. Just pop it back in our library. Commit to Memory is not bad. Land. So I could stick their Doom Foretold away. That stops them sacrificing Treacherous Blessing to it as well. Copy Bone Crusher. Put them one turn from dead. Don't mind that. That's annoying. Right. Go away. Deal with 2 lethal threats or lose. That by itself does not worry me. Yeah, they manifest dread with it though, so... I haven't played this before. Looks like an interesting idea. Okay, go to 1. Then you better have some instant speed removal for my Brazen Borrower. They did not. Excellent. Okay. Hard to know what to do against this deck. I feel like we're pretty well set up for it. But I also don't like Ill-Timed Explosion here, so if I was to trim a couple of those for Mirror Shell Crabs... do I want Ashiok? Let's see. They don't really use their graveyard. No, I think this is fine. That, on the other hand, is very much not fine. Yeah, this will do. I do need to draw another land from it, so let's put back Perforos. That is a land, at least. Now I can just Brazen Borrow or anything particularly annoying they might play. Obviously I'm not going to Brazen Borrower that, so I'm not insane. Don't want you here. Yep, go for it. Could have been worse. Oh, my kingdom for a Fires of Invention. Well, I mean, feel free. But let's start putting them under a bit of pressure here. Cavalier of Flame. Discard ill-timed. Now, even if they play a Doom Foretold, they're facing down the barrel a little bit. Obviously, it'll be annoying if they kill both my creatures, but such is the way of life. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I could counter the ability. Yeah, let's do that. Hit them for 6. And they go to 2. What's that doing for them? At the beginning of your upkeep. Okay, so it doesn't do anything right now. So if I Seagate Restoration paying 3 life, play Cavalier of Flame, discard Perforos, activate this ability, boom! That'll... Okay, we're on the draw again. This is fine. Again, we could use Seagate as a land if we need to. Haven't yet actually played any Fires of Inventions, but plenty of time for all that. Wow, that's an interesting use of a Merfolk's Secret Keeper. I wonder what's happening here. Green, blue, and a mill card. The more you know. Okay, so they have a 0/4, which is fine. And they're playing Bant. Ooh, it's High Alert! Ooh, that is fun. That is very fun. I like that. Okay, let's take 4 here. And start getting Fables into play. Bant Defenders, eh? Interesting. So a Canyon Crab. Another Secret Keeper. Okay, well they're powering stuff out here, so I'm going to need some stuff to do. Okay, let's ditch Terror and 1 Cavalier for land. Right, in which case, I think what we are doing is just waiting for their turn and then bouncing their high alert during the combat step. So, let's pass. Just play a land. Say go. I don't like this. I don't... Stop it. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a serious problem. Potentially a lethal one. Jesus. Okay. Wow. These Bant defenders mean business. And I don't like it. How am I sideboarding against this? Anger of the Gods doesn't do anything. Demon Bolt doesn't really do anything. Mirror Shell Crab kind of does something. Well, let's put those in. Take out Terror of Mount Velas. Or actually, let's just trim 2 commit to memories. Get rid of all of those. Maybe put in 1 Demon Bolt. Ugh. I don't know what to do when confronted with this atypical. Ill-timed explosion is a good answer, actually, so... But yeah, they certainly gave us the rough treatment in that first game. Did not like that one bit. So presumably they're playing Arcades. I don't really want to have to discard my Cavalier of Flame, so hopefully we'll draw a less useful... Maybe a 7-drop like that. Fires is good. Well, let's get Fable into play. Okay, they don't have the mana for High Alert. They might have, Is it Assault format? Oh, I don't know. How am I supposed to remember any of this stuff? Don't really like Bone Crusher here. Well, I'm leaving myself super vulnerable for a turn here. I wonder if I just tried ill-timed explosion now. Yeah. Okay, let's ditch Mirror Shell and Ilhog. Blow up the world. Don't particularly like killing a bunch of 0-4s, but... Okay, so that's the relatively recent edition that does the same kind of thing. So this still does the damage. Right. Cavalier. Discard Fable. Draw another Fable. Now we can copy Cavalier. Let's ditch the Bone Crusher now as well, actually. Okay. Yes, take the block. Not that one. Don't block that one. Ooh, taking the damage, eh? And the fact that the death trigger that happens on the token copy is particularly nasty. So if they have double tower defense, let's not take the risk. Cool. I still don't really have any decent answers beyond ill-timed explosion, so we kind of just hope we draw that. Anger of the Gods doesn't do much. Yep, we're kind of where we were before, just on the draw. It's one of the advantages at the start of the season, being slightly lower down the ranks, is you do see some different stuff. You know, by the time I hit gold, platinum, it's going to be... It's okay. It's going to be all demons all the time. No, not my ill-timed explosion. That was literally going to be my next draw. Why don't you just play the Secret Keeper like a normal person? Okay, well, this doesn't look like there's any armored armadillo. What is Ward 1? Has Ward for reasons. Don't want another Ilhag. Stop giving me Ilhags. I want an ill-timed explosion. I think I'm going to start pressuring their life total here. While they're not doing anything else. Unfortunately, I cannot risk tapping out. Because if I do, I could die immediately. Okay. No! That's another ill-timed explosion. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. Why did... But what? Yeah, I still think I have to hold on to this. Okay, now at least I can play Fable and also use the Brazen Borrower bounce, so... That gets us to a good place. A better place than this. And they're still not drawing land, which is good. I think we have dodged a bullet here. They have not been able to get anything into play which would cause us significant problems. Interesting. Well, I don't love that, so let's get rid of both Ilhargs here. Yep, creatures attack. Well, that's a lot of toughness. Then Cavalier into play, discarding land. Another Fable's fine, and we still have Brazen Borrower to do what we want with. Still no land, huh? Yeah, that's a tough gig for them, but it's gonna work out to our advantage. So I think let's just start applying some pressure, get Perforos onto the board. Copy our Cavalier of Flame. Discarding Fable. And at no point has our life total been particularly threatened. And even if they play High Alert now, we still have the double treasure we need. So we hit them down to 2. And then this copy token just kills them, so that's fine. Good. Yeah, they forgot to account for that when they blocked there. This has been fun. We should do this every week. Yeah, well, that was a ill-timed statement. Looks like I'm going to 5 because this deck does not function without land. So 1 land back. I don't want to get rid of Fable. What's the opponent on? Gigantha. That could mean anything. Alright, we'll get rid of Fires instead. If you thought sees me, I will be livid. Okay, it's a Prowess deck. We have not had the quickest start in the world, so hopefully our ill-timed explosion can get us back from the dead here. I don't particularly rate our chances. So if possible, I'd like to hold off a turn, but I'm not sure I'm going to have that luxury. Yeah. Yeah, don't think I can let them have... Yeah, I'm gonna pop this ill-timed almost immediately. So let's not discard anything. Okay, well... I'll kill the Swift Spear now. Does that mean it's... trouble is, I can't kill... If the show-off could be killed by the Bone Crusher, I wouldn't mind so much, but... So if I ill-timed, they've still got this, though. But I'm not sure I can wait another turn while they still have Slick Shot. And I can just kill this later with Bone Crusher. Yep. I don't love what my choice is here, but... Let's blow up the world. Do a ludicrously excessive 7 damage to everything. Okay. Right, let's take out the show-off. That is the biggest problem for now. Play Bone Crusher. And hopefully they draw a blank. Please? Thank you. That's less good. Hopefully they draw a blank again. Right, let's copy Bone Crusher just because we can. Okay, Fires of Invention is a card that we can play and then do literally nothing with. Hoping that they continue to draw nothing doesn't seem to be a workable strategy here. Okay, how dead am I? I feel quite dead. Okay, I died. Yeah, not drawing a 5th land there was rough. I mean, I'm going to look at 5 anyway, but, you know. Right, well, in you go, Anger of the Gods. And out you come, Ulhag the Raise Boar. Yeah, this is good enough. It needs the 3rd land, but it's not a hand I'm going to start mulliganing away. It's not a 3rd land. Okay, they're missing land drops at least, so let's take this out before it gets any bigger. Land! Thank you. Not quite the one I needed, but it'll do for now. So I could ill-timed now and then start... Yeah, let's play Fires into ill-timed Explosion. Draw. Let's discard Commit to Memory and... I really want this land, so Perforos. Do 10 damage to each creature, which is such a large amount of damage. Okay, I like that. Cavalier. Discarding Brazen Borrower. Fable. Do you know what? And because I'm a generous, generous man, I will give them the option to trade that they did not take. You cannot say I'm not a generous man. Do I want to do anything else here? I don't really like having commit to memory in my deck, so let's just get rid of that and put in Demon Bolt instead. I don't like 1-for-1 removal against Prowess, but we are now on the draw, so maybe all we have. Yeah. Well, let's just, I mean, what the hell is that? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to keep that, even though I hate everything about it. And once again, Kamano faces Kakazan. Proves itself to be an absolute beating. Oh god, that's so horrible. Means I can't kill it with Bone Crusher. Oh shoot. Alright. That's either it's gotta work. Okay, it did work. Good. Okay, right, let's hit them with an Anger of the Gods. Whew. Okay, I might get away with this now. Thoughtseize can get rid of Fable, which is definitely the right choice here. Yep. Okay, if that's all they're doing, I can live with that. So we will shock in or bolt in Seagate. I don't like doing it, but I think we do need to have the extra mana capacity here. So I have to beware Ramanap Ruins. Looks like I'm drawing with... not drawing with Karuga, rather. So I really need a 5th land. Okay, at least the opponent didn't do anything. Don't love that. Wow. Brutal. Oh well. Yeah, we got very unlucky with lands and stuff in that match. Don't think there was any... Yeah, we stumbled in all of the games. Never mind. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that a deck which basically has no plays until turn 3 didn't do great against Prowess, but... Flamewake Phoenix? That's a reprint, I think, isn't it? Ooh, Leyline Axe. I think I'll try and build around that at some point. Do a Metalwork Colossus style deck with something with a Leyline Axe. That seems like it will be quite good fun. So yeah, that was the deck. Good fun. I don't think it's going to win any tournaments anytime soon, but a good fun deck to play. Ill-timed Explosion's a great addition to the deck. So many expensive cards to discard to it. Yeah, and we almost got there against Prowess. Just one more land, and I think we'd have been fine. But yeah, there's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you next time.